Missing time. Looking back at my life, I am flooded with memories of unexplainable events. I could literally write a chapter book of the many strange things I've witnessed that goes beyond a reasonable explanation. But I'll start with this one. I grew up in a one-story, three-bedroom house that had a big field in the backyard with the woods to the side. I loved this house and the woods despite all the weird experiences I've encountered there. This particular experience is definitely in my top 5 just because of the eeriness of the whole thing. I've experienced much stranger things, but this one is one of the shorter stories. My mum worked nights, so that left my older brother to watch my younger brother and I. When my mum was gone, my younger brother and I would sit on her bed and watch TV in her room. It wasn't uncommon for us to fall asleep in her bed sometimes like we did this night. I passed out in the middle of a movie. I awoke a couple hours later and saw that my younger brother was fast asleep. I sat up and looked over to the digital alarm clock displaying the time 1:47 a.m. in bright red lights. Though with a literal blink of an eye, it changed to 3:30 a.m. My stomach dropped and an overwhelming feeling of fear came over me, not only because of the sudden missing time, but because of the change of energy I felt. Everything felt just off, a feeling I knew quite well because of the many experiences I've had before. There was an eerie, unexplainable feeling that settled over me, that only grew stronger when I suddenly heard what sounded like 20 wolves howling in the direction of the field behind my house. It was a noise I've never heard before and haven't heard since, because there are no wolves in the area I live in. Or coyotes. Dogs? Yes. But a whole pack of them outside howling at 3 a.m. I thought back to that time thinking it could have just been a weird dream or something. Years later I was explaining what happened to my older brother, and that's when he let me know he heard the howling that night too. It's something that he remembers well because that creepy choir of howls is something you don't hear where I live.